Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to part 30 of Let's Play Pillars of Eternity. In the last part, we cleared out Pursnic's house, among other things, and are on our way to the first fires to go talk to the Crucible Knights. And well, talk, I mean steal something that they have wrongfully taken, or at least seem to have wrongfully taken. Though we only have one side so far, when we get the other side, we'll see. But let's go talk to Pursnic and see what's, see how he's done. Is it done? Is he dead? He's already taken care of. Pursnic stares at you. I can't believe this nightmare is finally over. He grins weakly, then seems to remember something. You've no idea what you've done for me, but... He looks at you and away. I need to find my love, Kinra. Only after whatever Nereid put her through. I'm afraid she won't give me a chance to explain. But she might listen to you, please. She must be somewhere in Copper Lane. It's the only home she's known. And please don't tell her about the Sveth. About what I do. I could make it worth your while. A discount maybe. That's a bit rude. Perhaps you should trust her to make her own decisions rather than lie to her. I know, and I can't force you to keep the secret. I just don't want to lose her. After what happened here, I'm sure she won't have anything to do with Seth. Or me, if she finds out. Kinra sent me here in the first place. She did? He smiles brightly. That woman helped save my life without realizing it. Please, bring her home and tell her everything that's back to normal. Well, fair enough. I'll go talk to her. I can't thank you enough, truly. Well... what can you do, I heard discount, so I mean, if it's discount on drugs, though, me and you are going to be having a long fucking discussion about how much bollocks that is. I'll steal from him. It's not like he's down here to notice. Right, so let's go talk to his love. And we'll see what she's up to. And probably tell him that he's a knobhead at the time. Nah, we won't tell her he's a knobhead. We'll hint at it, but we're not going to tell her. That way, we're not bad people. I mean, we're not bad people to begin with. To be bad people, we'd have to do a lot of bad shit. And we've killed robbers and evil people. I mean, we're basically like the fucking Superman of the Pillars of Eternity. Which is depressing. I need to do something evil. Now... I do not remember where the fuck I even saw her. Let's have a look. Let's look at this. Right. To carry his friends in Copper Lane, he went back. Where the fuck did I find her? Well, that's a fucking pain. Bollocks. What the fuck's he on about? Let's have a look. Oh, it's just a Justice car, it seems. Well, let's go check the fucking inn. The inn should have something. If she's not in the inn, then I don't know where she will be. And I'll probably just have to wait and see if we run into her naturally. Probably won't. It's not one of you three. It's not you. The thing is, oh, there she is. Oh, I remember. Yeah, she wasn't. I remember. Kayla looks up to you as you approach. What happened to Pursnic? Did you give him the ring? Pursnic was being impersonated by a powerful wizard. However, the real Pursnic also. Why no? Are we gonna lie for it? No, we're not that. We're not bad. We're not bad people. The real Pursnic also deals Seth. She covers her mouth with her hand, shocked. My Pursnic is a Seth dealer. If I didn't know you for an honest man. She springs her fist down on the table, sloshing her drink. Damn it! How can I trust him after something like this? That he's lied to me for this long. She runs her hand through her hair and takes a deep breath. I should be glad to find out before the wedding. I mean, he still loves you. Do you really want to give up on the future together? Perhaps you're right. If he's willing to give it up, we can work this out. Seems worthwhile to give him a chance anyway. Oh, and take this. She unclaps something from her neck. a class one from there. Picked it up from one of the merchants to help me stand firm in my decision. I'll be fine with that now. So we've lost the ring, unwavering resolve added to the unwavering resolve, and a couple of thousand experience. So we need to have a rest as well before we really do anything else. Let's have a look at this. 2 intellect and 1 resolve. Something tells me that you would want that way more than anyone else right now. Defense against spells. I mean, if you haven't got anything, so you can have it for now. So yeah, we've got 2 amulets that are like that. Thank God they're both different. I'll put that in there so no one uses it. Is that better than the bow you've got? Put you on 2 so I can have a look. No, it isn't. Lockpicks. Yeah, she's staying Pursnic. We'll put the trap away. Right. Oh, I've just realised something. We've got someone who can use that stiletto now. 11 to 16, and this one does 12 to 17. Let's see. I think that stiletto is definitely better. Alright, let's get a... can I get a room? We'll take, again, the athletics one. It makes the most sense for the party who don't have athletics. Right, now that we've done that, we can tick that. We've ticked that off our list. No, wait. Yeah, we've ticked that off our list. Still got a deer, spend time traveling with Durant. So we'll do the Rogue Knight. We'll go to the first fires like I was intending to do. After I did a little bit more exploration. We'll just return to where we were exploring and continue the search from there. Like, continue our movement from there. Because it's it wouldn't make sense to do some, like, go from somewhere, like, start looking at somewhere else again.
You have said you fought in the Saints' War, but for which side?
The one that blew up my god.
I didn't mean anything by it. I imagine a man with a head made of fire and light would be very convincing.
Funny thing about Dear Woodens. With all that fire and light, they just treated him like another authority figure.
Right. So we'll have a quick look down this place. I don't know if there's anything on this side, but let's see if there's anything in these buildings before we... Yeah. See, there always is before we get ourselves into the first fires. So... Well, I guess it's always worth blindly walking into an house. Doesn't really seem to be any... There's a locked door. And it will require the proper key.
Steady does it.
Let's have a little scout then, because with scouting we have a higher chance of actually uncovering anything that's here that we won't see normally. I believe, anyway. I'm pretty sure it's... Unless... Got some meat. That's not really what I was looking for. It doesn't look like there is anything... That's like... this looks like this place is here for another mission. So I'm just going to assume that I'm right saying it's for another mission. We'll come back later. It's probably the safest thing to do. Yep, there we go. Let's get ourselves...
Your brother. Did you and he get along?
We got along how brothers do. He used to throw water on me to wake me up in the morning. I used to fill his boots with stinging ants.
My own brothers and sisters are doing very well for themselves, back in Takoa. I don't know that they'd search for me if I were killed so far from home.
Brothers can be funny. I bet you'd be surprised how far they'd go.
Apparently this isn't the way to... Oh yeah, right, that's right. We have to go the correct way to first fires. Which would be this one, I'd say. So we may as well explore the little distance between. That way we don't miss anything and have to come back for it later. Just commoners. But we can go in this house, let's see what's in here. Fine, excellent, or exceptional, or superb. But we've only ever encountered... Okay, so first thing is we can steal from here. So that means something important must be by here. By Whale's eyeless face, you are one short ogre. But why are you green, and how are you getting the ducks to keep flying around you like that? Let me guess, you smoked a whole lot of white leaf. Or did you just get your hands on some snowcap? He claps his hands together and laughs. Snowcap, snowcap. So few people know snowcap, much less ogres. He beams you and nods his head. You're a scrivener? He nods, yes, I'm a scrivener. I read books, I write books. I once ate a book, but only because it looked like a sweet pie. Or perhaps it was a sweet pie baked to look like a book. Interesting. Oh, I'm also a collector of herbs, flowers, plants. I sell them, mostly I eat them. Show me your wares. I want to see if he has that snow caps. Oh, that's no fun. Oh, well, no, he does. So, immunity confused for 6 seconds, plus 40 defense against charmed for 6 seconds, 20 defense against dominated attacks, and minus 5 perception. Yeah. That sounds about right. So I wonder what this dormitory's for. Oh, it's for scribes. Well, that's not interesting. We don't need to be here then. Also, since it's considered stealing, we're not going to bother taking anything. Right. God damn it. Historian. You see a small crowd gathering near the entrance of the temple. This man stands against the wall, the crowd forming a semicircle around him. He speaks with a calm, measured tone, his soothing voice carrying over the sounds of the surrounding city. He speaks of the world, history, the gods, and religion. He speaks of cooking, brewing, child-raising, and old wives' tales. There does not seem to be a subject he lacks at least a passing knowledge in. People ask him questions, and he answers them in turn, something being detailed and in-depth. Or sometimes being detailed and in-depth. Other times only giving a general answer. Regardless of what is said, all of his answers seem to hit the heart of what was asked. Each person is satisfied with what they've learned. People come and go from the crowd, its size growing and shrinking, but never completely dissipating. Hours pass and he never smems to tire, sharing his knowledge with anyone who would benefit from it. As the light of day wanes, the group finally growing small enough that he draws everything to a close. As he gathers his belongings and prepares to leave, a man approaches him, asking why he does this. He asks for no money, no food. What benefit is he gained from his actions? He looks at the man, gathering his thoughts, and simply tells him, knowledge brings wisdom. That is my faith.
I've never been to Nasitok. Is it very cold? What creatures wander the tundra? How are your leaders chosen?
Do you always ask this many questions?
Well, that's just to get us started. Let me get out some parchment for notes.
Ask whatever you want. If I don't know, I'll make something up.
Oleg Shinamuskai. This guy. We'll call him Oleg for short. You see a dark room, its contents in disarray. The blinds are pulled against the light and the sounds of shouting and running can be heard outside. This man moves through a house, throwing items into a bag. He wraps up some food, collects some clothes, and searches for a chest for various odds and ends that resemble magical components. He stops at a bookshelf and quickly scans the spines, running a finger along each of them to help keep his place. He sighs, sliding his finger across the spines again, mumbling to himself. Finally, he chooses a couple of tiles and takes them from the shelves, adding them to the assortment of items he had already gathered. A small group of squirrels and birds watch him as he passes through the rooms, moving almost as a single entity. They are trying to stay near him, but also seem to know to stay out of his way. He is obviously in a hurry, but he maintains a deliberate demeanor about everything he does. The outer door bursts open with an explosion sound, causing the animals to scatter, terrified. The man turns, bringing a hand up, holding a book in his other, whispering something that can barely be heard. Ice crystals begin to form at the tips of his fingers, crackling against the hot heat of the room. He sees the man standing in the doorway and immediately drops his hand, the ice vanishing as quickly as it appeared. The man in the doorway gestures, telling him to hurry, and he points towards the horizon somewhere outside. The man in the house dismisses him with a wave, saying he's almost done and he will be coming soon. He scans the dwelling once more, searching for something he might have missed. Satisfied, he leaves, not even bothering to close the door. Outside, he can see people, all prepared as he is, travelling away from the town, away from the rising plumes of smoke on the horizon. Interesting. What the fuck's up here? This did draw my attention when I was... Oh, I'm guessing it's just more scribe shite. You know what, we'll save that for later, because we're probably going to be coming there again for another reason. Let's just speak... Whoa, are these guys important? No, they're just refugees. There we go, first fires, takes 15 minutes, that's fine. I wonder how the building's coming on, that's probably important. What do you mean I accrued debt? Oh, it doesn't matter. Barracks is coming up in 1 day and 3 hours. Right, so we're now in First Fires, which is a very small district. So there's Crucible Keep, the Ducal Palace, Undra's Gift, and Avilion Embassy. Now, if I remember correctly, do we not have a second reason to be here? There it is, a call to court. So, you know, we'll do that first. The Ducal Palace being closer to us than the actual rogue knight thing. They're just stuck up nobles, thankfully.
Infighting, greed, and a shrine to Margaret as well. Her clergy belongs there.
I like how those rabble can't get in, but we're just waved in. We are so important, ladies and gentlemen. They're just like, just go in, mate. It's all good. We've smoothed it over. Just walk in.
Good day, stranger.
The young woman wears a simple but well-tailored uniform. She watches the comings and goings about around her with quiet attention. Any news to share, or are you just here to see the Ducal Palace? What's the Ducal Palace? It's a seat of the government here in Defiance Bay. This is where Duke Admeth Hadret declared freedom from Adiran rule some 150 years ago. She lowers her voice and grins. It's also a hotbed of regional politics. Trust me, the gossip here beats what you'll find in any tavern or brothel in the city. Ah, Dewoodian politics. It changes too quickly to be worth keeping up with. Better to strike up conversation in the taverns than to loiter inconspicuously in the palace corridors. Look for us. Who you? I'm the patriot at the palace. I deliver messages and run errands for the Duke and his advisors. The pay is not great, but I can think of a better introduction. I can't think of a better introduction to politics. So what goes on in here? She laughs. Where to start? We've got meetings, public hearings, and ceremonies, and that's just the stuff that happens out in the open. She leans a little closer. This is where the Duke and his key advisor work, so there's always someone bartering for a favour. Unfortunately, I'm not at a library to talk about that side of things. But if you want the official version, she clears her throat and gestures counterclockwise around the palace. We have a shrine devoted to Magran, official records, and chambers for public hearings and council meetings. Tell me about the shrine of Magran. It's a symbol of Magran's protection of Defiance Bay. She represents the revolutionary spirit of the Deerwood ever since independence, and her involvement in creating the Godhammer bomb only affirmed her importance to us. She scratches her neck. That's also where the first of the sacred fire burns, but Freyga, the tranquil ardent, had had trouble keeping them lit. What kinds of records are stored here? Mostly dull official stuff. Census counts, tax records, militia registers. Now, I keep my distance. I got curious one day and got drafted into reshelving half the records. She yawns. Worst day of my life. Is there a hearing going on right now? Sure is. Duke Avir has been muttering with some of the city leaders for weeks now, trying to figure out how to address the legacy. The whole business is terribly secret, though. I tried to sit in the gallery during my lunch break one day and got turned away. She sniffs. But a lot of talk concerns animancy, so there's a good reason why they're keeping the meeting behind closed doors. The legacy? Widewin's legacy. That's what a lot of people call the rash of Hollowborn. The theory goes that it's a punishment for meddling in animancy. Why is animancy so controversial? She laughs. Where to begin? Traditionalists think it's a crime against the gods. There's no questions that poking around in a soul is risky, but the more progressive elements believe it is the only shot at restoring healthy births. And it doesn't help that matters that animancy's research often involves old and Gwyffin relics that were illegally looted from the ruins in Glanfaf. She makes a quick, twitching motion with her index finger and middle fingers. What a Hollowborn. She raised an eyebrow. You really are fresh from the road. Hollowborn are children born without souls. They often don't live for very long, and those that do generally receive some kind of treatment from animancers. So what do you think about animancy? Me? I think the real danger of animancy is confusing a real scholar with an expensive fake. We get a new case here every day, some poor couple in the gift or copper lanes who spent every last copper they had on a miracle cure for their unborn child. It never works. She shakes her head, breaks your heart, but there's usually nothing we can do for them. I see. Anyway, the legacy is what the politicians have all been whispering about lately. Well, that's all I need to know, because I've got a meeting to attend. Open this door, because we can. I mean, I wouldn't steal from here anyway. I'm a great person.
Laying low.
See? Let's talk to this Justica. Oh, that's the Animancy hearing. Fair enough. That's the Shrine of Magran, I'm going to believe. I said I'm going to believe, but I'm like 9% sure. There's Fyruga.
Welcome.
The woman's head is bowed as her lips move in prayer. Just as you approach, you catch her glimpsing at the statue near her. She notices you and forces a smile. Praise be to Magran, and welcome to her temple. How may I be of service? You seem upset. What's wrong? Her shoulders slump. This is about the fires, isn't it? She puts a hand on your shoulder. They're just symbols. You can't put your faith in them. Slow down and tell me what this is about. She sighs. The sacred pyres all around town. You must have seen the statues of the goddess around the city holding up empty razors. I've kept them burning steadily for 15 years, but I haven't been able to conjure them for months now, and people need to see them more often than these days. So light them again. I see plenty of flames here. They don't work that way. They're holy fires. It's my devotion and prayer that keeps them lit, but lately, when I try to pray, all I can think about are the Hollowborn oil of the city, the grieving families, the refugees. She shakes her head. How could Magran allow us to suffer like this? What strength do we gain from our soulless child? Drence grunts with his disdain. What strength do we gain from adversity? From trial and test? The fires don't wither because she lacks in faith. They wither because she does not understand how to be faithful to a whore. Wow! A whore wants neither praise nor devotion. A whore wants to be compensated for her services. And Magran is paid and pleasured in sweet sweat and struggle and pain. This mewling imbecile is unworthy of Magran's womanly heart. And this is shaking your faith? She nods, running her hands through her hair, but I believe Magran may be speaking to me again. She frowns and casts a quick glance in your direction. Lately, I've been seeing visions, a place in the wilderness with pools filled with sunbursts of colour. Strange falls that seem to rise, and heavens even while they splash into the earth. She raises her hand as it is framing an image of her vision, and behind the falls is a cave, filled with fire and heat and danger, and some token of my goddess. I know there's something there, but where is it, or how I'd get there? She shakes her head. I've been meaning to ask at the expedition hall to see if anyone recognized the description. To be honest, though, I don't know what I'd even do if I found the place. Worthless. Like so many of Magran's flock, afraid of her God's test. If Magran speaks to her, it is to hasten the end to an hypocrite's life, and this vision is surely a death trap for the weak. Yeah, okay, we're just gonna leave it at that. Because, unfortunately, it looks like we're going to be ending this part just about as we're about to go see the Duke. So I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next part. See you guys then.